weeks ago, I asked you about Heisman, and you said, nope, that's not me. Coach started it up by saying you're the best player in college football and that you should be considered for the Heisman. So what's your thoughts now?
I wouldn't say I'm the best, I try and just go out and do my job correctly and do it at a high level. I feel like the guys around me, we play very correct all the time. There's not a lot of busts in the defense, and it frees up to make all of us big plays. But for some reason, I've just made a few plays, and I think it's just being in the right place at the right time. Everyone around me doing their job. Right there at that last play, we were manned up, bringing two off the edge, bringing me and the mic. I ended up getting the guard and the running back stepping up at me. So I backed out, sat under the 3 drag from the backside. I didn't see it. I just kind of backpedaled straight back and ended up being fortunate enough to pick that ball off, and just being able to put myself in good position. So that's about it.
So when you caught it, were you thinking go for it, 96 yards?
Yes, sir. I was going for the win. There's not much else I could do there besides run as fast as I can, as far as I can. Luckily enough, J-Dub is the middle linebacker, Justin Wright. J-Dub, he hit the cue pretty good, and I was kind of by myself when I took off.
You talk about being in the right place at the right time. With this pick and last week's, and then all the tackles for loss and whatnot, is that just you instinctively acting out there, or is this more like what you see on film and more, I guess, behind the scenes kind of showing itself out in the field?
A lot of instinct, but I've played football, or college football, for 3 years now. This is my 3rd season. I watched it all from a bird's eye view my freshman year, and you learn a lot of ins and outs. And I try not to forget about a lot of stuff. And every offense, whenever there's 3-by-1, there's only so much room for 3-by-1 whenever you have 5 yards to go. Most teams might run kind of a rub route. Number 3 goes out, quick out, touchdown. For some reason, they run a lot of drag. They ran a drag and was able to make the play. And it's just knowing where you're supposed to be and how the defense works is probably the biggest thing for me.
You ever had a moment, more like high school, anything, your previous 3 years, is this probably, would you say, the moment of your career so far, or how would you judge it if you could?
My favorite play of college so far is USF whenever I hit the ball out of the dude's hand. Because I saw the ball flash, he didn't have it tucked, and I jumped and I laid out and I hit him and the ball flew, and I was sliding across the ground, and while I was sliding, I was watching the ball. That was probably the most satisfaction I've had. But big plays like that are fun too. But I feel like it's just anyone would do that. You just got to go do your job, and if everyone else does their job across the board, anyone's going to make that play. For some reason, I don't know why I've made it 2 weeks in a row or whatever it is. So that's kind of how I am.
How are you feeling after that run back?
Oh, I was fine. I was going to be fine, but I was standing there and I was, deep breaths, and all of a sudden someone horse collared me down. And I went to the ground and my head was stuck chin to sternum. People started jumping on me. And I started getting mad and I started kicking people. And they're like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "You got to get off of me. I can't breathe. I can't breathe." So everyone got off me, and then that's when I was finally able to breathe. Took a deep breath. Like, okay, yeah. But all the guys were excited, and at that moment, whenever you're doing that, you don't realize what you're doing. You don't realize you're winning the game right there. You're just trying to get to the end zone, and I think it was fun.
Did it feel like slow motion when you got out into the open field?
Yeah, that 100 yards right there felt like I was walking a par 4. That was 450, a long ways, and I duffed the drive. That's what it felt like. So I was just running, and, you know, I was going back on the film. I was like, dang, I look kind of fast. No, I was just trying to move, trying to get the ball to the end zone. But, yeah, it felt like slow motion. That felt like 20 seconds right there. But I'm glad all the guys are happy and we're celebrating.
The way you've been playing, it feels like it's not just been you. Like you're building. The way you've been playing is building off of other teammates on the team as well. Like Davis comes in, you know, he's third string or whatever you want to call it. He looks like he's been starting all season long. Like, how much of that leadership do you have is running off onto your other teammates, you think?
You know, when the offense was having a tough time scoring, I try and, you know, use my motivation in steps. I'll tell them real softly, let's go, let's go. And Zach left the game, so I can't really talk to him that much. So I'm talking to Boomer. He left the game, talking to Davis. Still have a great communication with, you know, the leaders on that side of the ball, but you have to really be careful who you talk to, like I said last week. And at first, you know, kind of just told them, you know, let's go. And then after that, they were still having a little rough time. Kind of got into them a little bit, you know, gave them a little bit of, you know, hard motivation. And the guys, and it's not like I'm just giving hard motivation to anyone when it gets down like that. You know, Allie Green is on me whenever I miss tackles. I had a few missed tackles tonight. K-Ray's on me. Jackson Player's on me. They drove the ball. They ran the ball for 200 and something yards. That's not allowable as a linebacker. So I'll take a chewing, you know. But I think we have a really good thing going on the team where everyone can take that, and I think it's a good positive, you know, thing for us.
Were you watching the Hail Mary play?
I was watching the Hail Mary play. Davis stepped up into the pocket. The guy came off the edge. He took a shot, and he threw that ball up, and J.C. Santana jumped up and grabbed it. It was beautiful, textbook.
What do you think of that? I mean, seeing it unfold, and then also just the performance of Davis. I mean, you know, third string coming in, and just, I know you say you talked to him a little bit, but you guys got things going on during the game, so just seeing him do his thing and kind of do that.
You know, we get to go against him every week, and he makes throws just like the other quarterbacks do. He knows the offense just like the other quarterbacks do, and he gets to go against us during practice sometimes, so that's probably prepared him for a game-like situation. And he done a great job. He managed the game well. He knew what he's doing. He's telling guys what to do. And he did a really good job managing the game today and making big-time plays, stepping in and just making big-time plays and letting that ball, not being afraid to run when he needs to run and letting the ball fly when it needed to be, you know, let go.
In a game like this, when your starting quarterback goes down, your second quarterback goes down, Stokes is hurt, you know, what's the mindset with all that? I mean, what are you telling guys to stay motivated? Hey, we're not out of this. We're the cardiac kids. What are you going to call it? Is we able to come up in the second half?
You got to be able, as a second string guy or third string guy, you got to be able to step up and take that role no matter what's going on. Because guys, I mean, it's happened to me. It happened to me 2 years ago at Texas. Had a guy get hurt. I stepped out. First game I played was in front of 100,000 people in Texas Stadium. And you just got to go back to your instincts and not really think and just go and play. And I think guys did a really good job of that tonight, not worrying about messing up. They just went out and done their job.
Anything else for Zaven?
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.